Well, it's a new day and we're back at it. The work continues. I'm slowly working on that ceiling in there. That's a dog, but I've got in here, I've got the toilet area completed and I've got this bathroom. I'm going to hold off on this pipe doing that because I still need to water test it and I want to check this area right here for any leaks or anything because it's kind of bowed. I'm kind of sketchy about that. I still have this one piece right here to put in, but we're making progress and now we're moving in to the master. Started a little bit of that end of yesterday, and we'll get this room knocked out, and then we'll continue on with the central vaulted ceiling. So I almost have all of the insulation done. I've got around this fireplace area there to get completed, and then these trusses, girder trusses here, I'm still trying to figure out a solution on those. But in order to continue on, I have to put the OSB sheeting on the fireplace so that I can square up and put nailers up for the sheetrock when we get ready to do that. So we'll get busy on getting that OSB and that plywood siding on the fireplace. Really close.
Thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so. And I wanna take a ride on the wheelbarrow in your mind.
Well, if I did that right, that should fit. Those cutouts should fit right up there with the trusses. So we will get it up there and see if we measured right. One of the next things we have to do is we have to put this hardy board backer as the base bottom for the fireplace, and that is to provide a heat shield for the heat from the stove and that. So we're going to have to measure out and cut out where the original stovepipe fittings go in, so we can get that set in there. Anyway, we'll get that started. We'll start pulling that apart, and we'll get the hardy board up there. I gotta cut out bigger than that because that whole thing slides through there. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, do this side too.
Oh.
You want me to get that? There you go.
I guess that doesn't really matter, does it? That's right. Okay. Well, as you can see, I got the hardy board installed. I got the attachment for the stove, and I got the plug cut out that'll go for the wood stove itself. So we're doing pretty good there. This is all set. What I'm going to do is then now that I've got this completed, I'll go ahead and get this this next piece in here to close this all in, and then we'll be done with this. I don't know if I'll do that today or next day, but I'll get that done here. But at least the skinning of this thing is done, and now we'll move on to some other insulation projects so we can keep moving. Like I said, this can wait. That way I can hurry up and get done with all the insulation work and be done with that, because I'm getting worn out from it.
With the extra stuffing, we just went ahead and we're going to put this all down the tub.
Now that completes the office walls, and then now we'll do the office ceiling here probably at some point next. I'm going to just continue on with walls along this north side of the house and see if we can get as much as that done. Like I said, I'm getting kind of tired going up and down the ladders, but we're going to keep at it. Like I said, this is a slow grind. This insulation is not the funnest of the projects, but it's starting to come together. It looks pretty cool, and it's all fitting pretty nicely. So we'll just continue on. Well, we've got all of the ceiling in for the office. I didn't bore you with putting that in. You see me put one piece in, you see me put another. So this room is 100% complete, and we're ready to start putting the plastic on when we're ready for that a little bit later. But now we'll head on over. I've got a couple more rooms left to do, and then we are going to be done with the insulation, which will be huge. I'm getting tired of getting itchy and scratchy and having to deal with it. So we're getting closer. Like I said, the office is done, and now we'll just move on to the next thing. Well, one other thing when it comes to finishing off all of the insulation here in the house is I needed to get, in order to get the bedrooms done, I needed to get the venting out of the roof, which I did there. So I went from 2-inch pipe there to 3-inch outside the roof, and so that finishes off the venting for the plumbing and gets these rooms done, so we can put the last bits of ceiling insulation in and be done with that. So this is the last piece of insulation that I have to do in this house, and I am thrilled. Like I said, we got the venting out of the roof. That's done. That was a big one. I forgot to actually film that. I got busy. It was a hot day, and I had help from the original roofers to help me get that installed. And I wished I had filmed it, but it was just one of those things that we had the opportunity to get it done, and so I just went ahead and got it done. But we we ended up putting a cap on there and to waterproof it and all that. So now our venting system for the plumbing is done. Again, we still have to water test that system, but I have to wait till the well's up to be able to do that. But we'll get this last piece of insulation in, and then we'll be done with the overall project of getting this done. All right, there we have it, the last piece, and I'm happy for it. Our next job on the roster, now that we've got the insulation all completed in the house, is that we're getting ready to have some help with the drywall in this main room. And so I've got to get the 4mm plastic. It's a 10 by 100 foot sheets of plastic. I have to get that up on the ceilings and on the outside walls of this room so that we create a vapor barrier in the house that allows, when there's hot and cold differential, we won't get water and moisture buildup on the insulation. Again, this is not backed insulation. This is just unbacked batt insulation, and so it requires a vapor barrier, especially here in colder climates. So we're going to get busy with that. We still have a whole house to do with it, but my main concentration is getting this front room done and prepped and ready for sheetrock, so that we can move forward with that. That's the next big project. But we're we're done with the installation, which is great, and now we'll move on to getting the plastic in. Well, I'm pretty stoked. I managed to get all the plastic up up on the ceiling here, and came out pretty good. It's all stapled up and ready to go for sheetrock. And so we're moving on. Going to get some of the walls done now, but this is a big relief because that was a lot of work. Probably almost equal to, or if not a little bit more work than putting the actual insulation up there, but managed to get that done and it looks pretty sharp. The good news is we are done with all of the plastic. I've got that up on all the walls, and that is a big relief. That was some hard work. I think that was just as hard to do as the insulation, if not harder, because getting up on the ladder and trying to balance the plastic and use a stapler is a little bit of a rough transition to do, and especially with those long sheets of plastic, it wants to pull off the staples. So it took some work to get all that plastic up there, but now we've got that done, and this room is ready for the drywallers to begin doing their thing. It should be a nice new project to head into. But for us here, as far as insulation goes, we are 100% complete. That is a huge change in the house and how everything looks overall. I'm pretty stoked to have that done. And there's a big temperature difference just with the insulation here and backed in this room. Like I said, it's been about 80 degrees outside, and you come in here and it's probably about 70 something. So really nice to have the insulation done. And again, to get the plastic in here is a big deal, as well as getting the skin on the fireplace. So we got all that completed and ready to go for that project whenever we get to that in the future. But next up, we'll start drywalling. At least this main room is the goal, because of the vaulted ceilings. I want to get that done, and it's going to take some expert help in order to do that. There's just no way. Colleen and I, we struggled to getting the sheetrock in here, but I know there's no way her and I can lift up and do these angled ceilings and all these different vaulted cuts. So anyway, if you like this type of thing, please remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded, and make sure to leave some comments. I love hearing from everybody, and I've gotten some great feedback so far. Anyway, thanks for watching.